Buying an SUV in 2026 sounds simple until you actually start looking, because the moment you do, you realize there are so many options. Every brand says their SUV is the perfect mix of comfort, tech, safety, space, and value. But once you get past the ads and the fancy features, only a few really stand out. And if you're trying to find an SUV that's actually worth your money in the US right now, 5 names keep rising to the top: the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, Kia Telluride, Hyundai Tucson, and Ford Expedition. These SUVs aren't all built for the same kind of buyer, and that's exactly what makes this interesting. Some are perfect for daily commuting, some are better for families, some feel more premium, and some are made for people who need serious space and capability. So if you're wondering which SUV deserves your attention in 2026, here's what you need to know. Let's start with one of the biggest names in the game, the Toyota RAV4. At this point, the RAV4 isn't just popular, it's a benchmark. This is one of those SUVs that keeps showing up on top seller lists for a reason. People trust it. And when you look at what it offers, that trust makes sense. The RAV4 gives you a spacious interior, modern technology, strong safety credentials, and a driving experience that feels easy and practical. It's not trying too hard to be flashy. It just does a lot of things really well. And honestly, that's a big part of its appeal. It's small enough to feel comfortable in traffic, parking lots, and daily city driving, but it still gives you enough space to handle real life. Kids, groceries, bags, road trips, errands. The RAV4 fits into that lifestyle really well. Then there's the hybrid option, which makes it even more attractive. Because in 2026, fuel efficiency matters a lot. And being able to get that efficiency without stepping away from the SUV category is a huge win for a lot of drivers. The RAV4 is basically the all-rounder. Reliable, practical, efficient, and consistently strong across the board. It's the kind of SUV people buy when they want peace of mind. But of course, it's not the only one in this conversation. The Honda CR-V is right there with it. And for a lot of buyers, this might actually be the more natural fit. The CR-V has built its reputation on being dependable, and that reputation still carries a lot of weight. But what makes it really shine is how easy it is to live with. Everything about it feels made for everyday use. The ride is comfortable, the cabin feels smart and functional. There's plenty of cargo room, and it has that calm, practical personality that makes it feel instantly usable. This is the kind of SUV that works especially well for families because it handles the routine parts of life so well. School runs, grocery trips, commuting, weekend drives, the CR-V feels ready for all of it without ever feeling bulky or difficult. And that's important because a lot of people don't need the flashiest SUV. They need one that makes sense every single day. That's where the CR-V really wins. It may not shout for attention, but it quietly does almost everything right. And that's exactly why it continues to be one of the smartest SUV choices in America. Now, if the RAV4 and CR-V are the dependable everyday stars, the Kia Telluride brings a totally different kind of energy. This is the SUV for people who want something that feels a little more premium the moment they step inside. The Telluride has made a huge name for itself by offering an upscale experience without forcing buyers into luxury brand pricing. And that formula clearly works. The interior is one of the biggest reasons this SUV gets so much praise. It feels polished. It feels roomy. It feels refined. And for a lot of buyers, that first impression matters. Then you add in the spacious seating and 3-row layout, and suddenly, the Telluride becomes incredibly attractive for families who need more room but still want something stylish and comfortable. That's really the sweet spot here. The Telluride gives you family practicality, but it also gives you presence. It feels like more than just a utility vehicle. It feels like something you actually want to drive. And when you combine that with strong value and a generous list of features, it becomes easy to see why this SUV keeps getting so much attention. If you want a mid-size SUV that feels upscale without going overboard on price, the Telluride is one of the strongest picks you can make. Then there's the Hyundai Tucson, and this one deserves way more credit than it sometimes gets. Because the Tucson is one of those SUVs that feels like it really understands where the market is going. First, the design stands out. It has a sharper, more modern look than a lot of rivals, and that alone makes it appealing to buyers who want something that doesn't just blend into the parking lot. But the bigger story is flexibility. The Tucson offers multiple powertrain choices, including hybrid and plug-in hybrid options, and that gives buyers more control over what kind of driving experience they want. That matters more now than ever. Some people want a traditional gas SUV. Some want better fuel economy. Some want something more electrified without going fully electric. The Tucson gives buyers room to choose, and that makes it feel especially relevant in 2026. It also does a strong job with user-friendly technology and everyday comfort, which means it isn't just stylish, it's usable too. And that combination is powerful. Because a modern-looking SUV is great, but a modern-looking SUV that's also comfortable, practical, and versatile? That's where the Tucson becomes a serious contender. And finally, we get to the biggest SUV on this list, the Ford Expedition. This one plays a very different role from the others, because the Expedition is built for buyers who need real size, real strength, and real capability. If you've got a big family, a lot of cargo, long travel needs, or towing on your checklist, this is where things start to shift. The Expedition gives you a roomy 3-row cabin, lots of interior space, modern tech, and the kind of towing ability that smaller SUVs simply can't match. And for the right buyer, that changes everything. Because once you actually need that kind of room or that kind of power, compact and mid-size SUVs start to feel limited very quickly. The Expedition is for people who need their SUV to do more. More hauling, more carrying, more towing, more family movement, more flexibility. It's not the default choice for everyone, and it's not supposed to be. But for buyers in that full-size category, it absolutely earns its place as one of the top SUV options in America for 2026. So when you step back and look at the full picture, each of these SUVs wins in a different way. The Toyota RAV4 is the all-around safe bet. Reliable, efficient, practical, and easy to recommend. The Honda CR-V is the everyday hero. Comfortable, spacious, dependable, and built for real life. The Kia Telluride is the premium value pick. Stylish, roomy, refined, and family-friendly. The Hyundai Tucson is the modern flexible option. Sharp-looking, tech-friendly, and available with multiple powertrain choices. And the Ford Expedition is the heavy hitter. Big, capable, spacious, and ready for buyers who need more from their SUV. So the real question isn't just which one is best. It's which one is best for you. Do you want something efficient and easy to live with? Do you need family space? Do you want an upscale feel without paying luxury prices? Or do you need full-size muscle and towing capability? That's what makes the SUV market so competitive right now. There isn't one perfect answer for everyone, but these 5? They've separated themselves for a reason. They deliver the things people care about most: comfort, safety, reliability, technology, space, and value. And in a market this crowded, that matters. So if you're shopping for an SUV in 2026, these are the names that deserve to be on your shortlist. Now I want to hear from you. Which one are you picking? The RAV4, the CR-V, the Telluride, the Tucson, or the Expedition? Drop your choice in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.